Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we have some potentially very exciting news to talk about, something to look forward to a little bit later on in the year, and that is E3 2021. We've actually just gotten some great news because, as you guys know, in 2020 with the pandemic, E3 was canceled, and E3 is the largest video game conference convention in the world. It's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and this year in 2021, it's back, and we have some great news potentially for Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto fans. So E3 2021 is going to return this June. This time it's just going to be in digital form, which I'm sure a lot of us are used to by now. We're either learning at school or going to work digitally or from home. We're doing lots of things differently than the way we used to. And the confirmed big-time companies that are going to be there are Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, Koch Media, and most importantly for this video, Take-Two Interactive. That's pretty awesome. So we'll talk about what this could potentially mean in a little bit, but that's a really strong lineup. Now, there are some noticeable absentees here, including Sony, EA, Activision Blizzard, Sega, Bandai Namco, and Square Enix. So as many people are participating, there's some big names that are not participating as well. Now, like I said, the event is going to take place between June 12th and the 15th. So we're about 2 months away from this actually happening. And again, this year's show is going to be online only. But other than that, not a whole lot of details have been revealed. The ESA, which is responsible for putting on E3, said that the developers will be showcasing their latest news and games directly to fans around the world, with ESA working with media to amplify and make this content available to everyone for free. They went on to say, for more than 2 decades, E3 has been the premier venue to showcase the best that the video game industry has to offer, whilst uniting the world through games. We're evolving this year's E3 into a more inclusive event, but we'll still look to excite the fans with major reveals and insider opportunities that make this event the indispensable center stage for video games. So all of that is great news, but you might be wondering, what does Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto have anything to do with this? Well, a couple of things. So Rockstar is under the Take-Two Interactive umbrella. Take-Two Interactive is the parent company of Rockstar Games. So the fact that Take-Two is there means that there is a chance Rockstar could make an appearance. Now, really quickly, just sort of running down all the things we might potentially get here, let's just run through them all. Grand Theft Auto 6, that's a wild card, but it could be announced. A GTA 5 DLC, Red Dead Redemption 2 Remastered or a story mode expansion, Mafia, LA Noire, Max Payne, a new IP. It could be Bully 2, a Red Dead Redemption 2 DLC or expansion, or even a new Midnight Club. Like, those are just some of the big-time Take-Two Interactive titles that could end up getting announced or could be getting talked about here. I mean, honestly, I would be excited for really any of those. Now, I think more people would get excited about some things versus others. I think GTA 6 would remain at the top. Grand Theft Auto 5 DLC, Red Dead Redemption 2 DLC. I think you'd see a lot of people, probably that would be like their top 3 of things they could see if they were to get those. Now, just because Take-Two Interactive is there, it's no guarantee it's going to be a Rockstar Games announcement, but this would not be the first time that Rockstar Games has taken the stage at E3 to make major announcements. They've done so twice in the past. The first was at Xbox's press conference way back in the day, announcing Grand Theft Auto 4.
And speaking of powerful entertainment experiences, I've got a very important announcement about one of the most powerful gaming experiences of all time. I'm talking about a franchise that generates more excitement than almost anything else out there, not just in our industry, but in all of entertainment, with a fan base that hangs on every mere mention of the next chapter. Now, it's so exciting. Yeah. I've got to take my jacket off. Now, some of you, you thought it was fake, didn't you? Some of you may remember this. So it's no big secret that I saved the big guns for the big guns. Some guys do rubber ducks. Some guys do tattoos. So what I'd like to show you is my new edition. Microsoft and Rockstar Games are bringing Grand Theft Auto 4, the next generation of the wildly successful Grand Theft Auto series, to Xbox 360 on October the 16th, 2007 in North America, and October the 19th, 2007 in Europe. The first date it's available. Few franchises have had the profound impact on our industry as has Grand Theft Auto. And we couldn't be more excited to have this available on our platform from day one. But it gets even better. Microsoft and Rockstar Games have entered into a strategic partnership to provide exclusive episodic content via Xbox Live. So expect further details from us and Rockstar Games regarding this groundbreaking relationship in the very near future.
And the next time they did that was back in 2014 when they announced at Sony's press conference that Grand Theft Auto 5 would be coming to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
And now let's take a look at something from a company that I've had a personal relationship with since the PS2 era. Their games have kept PlayStation gamers up late at night for generations as they pioneered new genres and new experiences. Take a look. I'm thrilled to announce that Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to PlayStation 4 this fall. Grand Theft Auto 5 takes full advantage of the power of PS4 and features a host of enhancements and new details for players to discover. Plus, the current community of PS3 players and Xbox 360 players will have the ability to transfer their GTA Online progress and characters to the PlayStation 4.
So it doesn't happen often, but when Rockstar does show up at E3, number one, they're usually doing it at someone else's press conference. They're not just hosting their own like Bethesda or Ubisoft does. And they also make a pretty major announcement. It's not just for some sort of like update or DLC. They're usually there to announce something brand new, or at least like a remaster or a new version of something they've been working on. So if that's the case, I would suspect that if they do arrive at E3, whatever they end up announcing is going to be pretty serious stuff. Again, I'm getting my hopes up for Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 5, DLC, or talking about the expanded and enhanced version of the game finally, a Red Dead Redemption 2 update or remaster. Now, the only problem with this, as we kind of talked about, Sony is not going to be there, and we know that Rockstar has a history of partnering with Sony. So we know Xbox is going to be there, but Sony's absence might influence what Rockstar is capable of doing. Now, at the end of the day, I would suspect that thing is entirely all up to Rockstar, and that even though Sony's not there, if they really wanted to make an announcement as big as GTA 6, something to do with Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2, they could make it without Sony being there. So just something to keep in mind right there. But it is interesting to note Sony will not be there. There's also a chance that during E3 itself, the companies that are not participating, like Sony, EA, and Activision, and even others, they might be hosting their own events. So maybe Rockstar Take-Two Interactive doesn't appear at E3, but they might appear at whatever event Sony or EA or whatever the case might be doing. I know it doesn't make sense for EA since they're both publishers, but you get the idea. Maybe they show up at someone else's event. So at the end of the day, I really do just believe this is great news. Number one, that E3 is back altogether, but number two, Take-Two Interactive are confirmed to be there, which means we could get some big-time Rockstar Grand Theft Auto news, which at the end of the day, that is fantastic. So I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar are up to here at E3? Do you think something big is going to be announced? Do you think it's just something minor? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.